Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 23 of NFL Draft Analysis by Sideline Specialists. In this episode, we are going to analyze and review one of the higher drafted receivers, Mr. Brian Thomas Jr. So he's taken in the first round by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let me go ahead and confirm the pick number because it actually just slipped my mind. I know it's in the 20s. 23. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. So the really highly drafted receivers this year felt special for specific reasons, I guess is a way to say it, but like Marvin Harrison seems generational. Malik Neighbors, who was Brian Thomas Jr.'s teammate, just seemed like this transcendent kind of talent that obviously he was going to go first. And then you obviously had Roma Dunze as well. So for Brian Thomas Jr., obviously Roma Dunze went 9th, and then Mr. Thomas goes at 23. So he had to wait 14 picks, but he's the 4th receiver off the board. The 4th out of 7 taken in that first round was if you did watch the draft, it was very offensive focused at the start of that, which it was like shocking in that the first 14 picks were offensive, but when you looked at the teams picking there, it all, minus like Atlanta taking Penix, all of it made some bit of sense. So the Jags got on the board, or got on the clock at 23. A receiver was 100% a position of need. They go and get their guy. And I think it's not crazy to say that he will now be their wide receiver 1 right from the jump. Which I totally, yeah. So it's going to be him, Gabe Davis, and Christian Kirk, which is actually, in my opinion, I'll say top 13. Yeah, I'll say about top 13 or 14 receiving core. It's in the top half, because if you add Evan Ingram, I think that is a very, very solid group. They need a balanced offense, though. But we're going to go over how he fits in and how he will make this team better. So he's 6'3", 210, which is great. Big, tall, fast vertical threat, demands the defense to always be honest about his ability to get behind them. His footwork and flexibility are fast and fluid for a big man. I fully agree with that assessment of him. We have a player comp for him, actually. Most of these say coming soon. His is Martavis Bryant, and we're going to go ahead and say the Martavis Bryant before he decided to derail his own career. So hopefully this is Martavis Bryant with better intelligence and morals and decision making. So, but I like that comp because Martavis Bryant was a scary dude before things went downhill for him. So, his lowest grades are release footwork and hands. Hands obviously definitely need to be worked on. You can't have suspect hands in the NFL, but that can be worked on. I like that he's a willing and competitive blocker. I like that he has good top speed. Obviously, being tall, if his running motion is fluid and everything, his top speed will be quite high. Not a lot of experience versus press. He's going to need to learn how to deal with that. And he could use the size. He could use leverage, just basic leverage, body positioning. But 2023 being his best in terms of catch percentage is great. That shows, the last year before he gets drafted was his best in terms of that specific statistic. That's a good thing because, like I said, got to have good hands in the NFL. But you get the change of direction, acceleration. That's excellent for a big, tall guy. Vertibility, long speed, as we already discussed. Competitive toughness. He's just big, strong, fast. He has the attributes to be a very effective weapon in the NFL. And we're just going to go down here. We're going to do a little rundown of the stats. So his best grade by a mile was in this last season, and also his most snaps by a significant margin. That's actually quite impressive. So you got, let's see if we can get yards per catch, 17.3. He had 17 touchdowns this year. The dude was just an absolute machine as like finding the end zone. I'm impressed, especially the jumps, right? I mean, pretty similar seasons here in terms of total snaps, 266, 257. Gets under 50 targets, almost 40 on the nose in 2021, but under 50 in 2022 as well. Yardage count, almost the same. So you're kind of waiting for something to happen, right? And then 2023 comes along, and he just explodes, which is congrats to him, because it's definitely what got him taken in the first round. And I hope he can continue that rise, because like I said, physically he has all the attributes you'd like. He plays intelligent. He plays the kind of football I think people need to play now. Like, you have to be willing to block. You have to be willing to initiate contact. Like, you gotta fight for everything. And this guy has 100% has the abilities to do that. Good yards per route run score. You'd like to see that maybe about 90. That is one of those metrics that is used to determine boom or bust in a prospect, and you can just kind of relate it to their draft position. I wonder does this have his YPRR, like the actual number? Because that would be nice to see. Maybe not. No, it's okay. All right, so receiver grade for zone and single coverage is even, so that is a good sign, because it means he's basically consistent regardless of what the scheme of the defense he is going up against is running. So I like that a lot. Open target percent, I mean, that's pretty good. Man gets open, has a great route tree, can kind of do it all. Deep yards, second in the nation. Deep catches, third in the nation with 15. Decent amount of contested. We'll need to see that go up, because he is going to be contested more in the NFL, obviously. All right, so on go routes, 14 targets, 12 catches for 502 yards. That is quite literally a max wide receiver rating right there of 158.3. Post routes, almost the same deal, almost maxed out. But I mean, 10 touchdowns on go routes, 3 on posts, 1 on a slant. And the slant makes sense to me as another viable option for him to succeed in, because say you do line him up in the slot, just out of nowhere, just on a play, right? You have a really big bodied guy. The defense is gonna want to have their outside corners stay outside, and probably get safety help and have the nickel cover him right off the snap. He has the speed and the change of direction ability. No linebacker's going to keep up with him, so that they're just kind of completely out of the play. The safety has to be in the right position to come up and help, because he will hit his top speed quickly, and if the ball gets to him at the right spot and he gets to just turn upfield, he's gone. And I think you're putting him in an offense now with Trevor Lawrence. This feels like a very, very good fit that I'm really looking forward to watching. But we're just gonna hop over to his combine stuff real quick. So almost 33-inch arms, almost 10-inch hands. He's just like, he's big everywhere that matters for a wide receiver, which is really great. 4.33 for a guy who's 6'3" is bananas to me. 10.5-foot broad jump, 38.5-inch vert. It's just an athlete, and I mean, that's exemplified right here. Give him a 92 on his athleticism score, second in the Second out of all the prospects that attended the combine. So I think at this point we just need to watch some clips, see how he actually looks on the field. This is probably just going to be a touchdown fest of a man just absolutely blazing people. I'm actually going to open this video because we're doing a video on that guy tonight also. Oh, I have to sharing. It's an intro. Here we go. We missed nothing.
Daniels looking downfield. He wants a shot for Brian Thomas. In the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, he was open. By about that much. Wow. Really, really good body control, ability to stay running in the same direction and everything while tracking the football. He tracked that really, really well. And that was a great catch. That's decent coverage from that guy. I'm not going to call it great. It's decent.
Brian Thomas Jr. How pretty was that?
But that is a very good catch.
One of us weeklies watching this
Ooh, nice move by Jaden. Wow. Okay, I want to see his arms. I want to see that extension again to get this. That's beautiful. That's one of those plays he needs to watch just to remind himself, yeah, I've got hands. And you know what I mean? Like, just build off stuff like that. That is a beautiful catch. Running full speed, fully extends his upper body to reach up there and bring that in. Brought it in smooth as silk. Left hand, right hand, lands on his cheeks. That's a touchdown. I like seeing this, man. This is the kind of thing that the Jags need, and this is the kind of receiver that Trevor Lawrence can absolutely gel perfectly with. Big-bodied speed guy that'll go up and get it. Lawrence does have he has a pinpoint arm. I really appreciate that about him. This guy, though, just gets open. That's a touchdown. Give the man the touchdown. There it is.
14th touchdown grab of the season for Brian Thomas Jr. Due to the penalty. Blitz again. Daniels stands tall, going deep. End zone. Touchdown. Brian.
I feel like we're just watching a highlight tape of a taller, thicker Deshaun Jackson right now with how many deep touchdowns this man is catching. My goodness gracious. There's not even like that much to say. It's just like his speed off the line for a guy his size is so deceptive. He just like, and I love that he just knew at that point, like, put this ball where I need it and I'm going to the house. These are good routes, too. It's good play design. It's really well designed for a guy like him. His awareness of where he is on the field. I love the way he positions his arms and his body, too, to get ready to bring in a ball. And, like, a lot of these are toe taps, and he's tapping both, which I like to see, because, like, obviously the one leg in college will fly, but if you're good at doing two already, that's obviously great. Man. These over-the-shoulder catches are just beautiful. They just look so smooth and effortless. He's literally just like, yo, I'm just going to put my arms up, and it's just there, and he's just like, thank you very much. Doesn't slow down at all. Okay, nice recovery. Oh, you're cooked. 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 Yoink! Goodbye. So this throw is devastatingly short. Bobbles it initially because one of the defenders had an arm semi in there or moved his arm. Still makes the catch. Makes a disgusting move on the DB. Okay, number 2 at the bottom there was so offside. Deep again. Good adjustment.
shut up so you can get the audio, because that's part of it. They are full voice here. There's a long throw, and the catch is made by Brian Thomas.
Thread that needle. Goodbye. That I wanted a clip like this. I'm glad we're getting a clip like this. Sorry, I was going kind of quiet. This is the kind of clip I wanted to see here. So, in between double coverage, it was kind of loose coverage. They were not as on him as they should have been, given the tight window. But he sees a gap, and as soon as he got through it, it's just the separation speed is impressive. Genuinely impressive. This one he gets caught because he had to slow up. Guy gets his hands on as the ball is arriving, which you kind of, I mean, good play by that defender. But I think of the blend of receiving talent that the Jags have now. Like, Gabe Davis can do a lot. Christian Kirk can do a lot, but I think you just tell Christian Kirk, stay in the slot, and he will thrive there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out. We'll just end the video with his face up here. Let's just get his screen back up, and I'll do a nice little outro. So, Brian Thomas Jr., 23rd overall pick in the first round by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great pick. I would have to give it, I'm going to give it an A-, because obviously it's like, they had needs. This was one of the biggest, though, and I couldn't give it anything less than something that's an A of some variety. I couldn't. I think this guy is extremely talented. I think his fit is great, given the arm strength of Trevor Lawrence and his ability to put the ball where it needs to be, and the wide receiver room he's now joining. I mean, he's wide receiver 1, in my opinion. And if he isn't, Gabe Davis is, and that'll only be for like a year. So, great pick by the Jags. I think this dude has such a high ceiling, because even looking at his stats from college, you can see that all he does is get better. He is honing his craft, and his craft is being a 6'3", like lightning ball. This guy is so quick. And it's so, and his top speed is going to be quick too. So it's like, not only can he get up to speed quick and be elusive in that regard, his top speed's quick too. So if he gets a ball dropped in his arms at the top of his route when he is just hauling, you're not catching him. So if you're a Jags fan and you do pop in onto our channel and you see this video and watch this, I think you should be very excited for this guy. I think his character is excellent as well. So it's you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to not like at this point, which Jacksonville, well done. Genuinely well done. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, hitting that little thumbs up job there. If you'd like to see more videos in the future, please consider hitting subscribe. And if you would like to listen to our podcast, it is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, and right under the same name, Sideline Specialists. And we do one new episode a week. You can watch that live on YouTube or hear the audio when it is posted later on. Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you again very soon.